Hi, this is Sam ReaN, and this is, of course, the ReaN podcast where you can ask any question. And so if you want to, you can just listen to this in the background. But it's a serious issue because the world in general is getting warmer. The farmers are getting worried. The shift in climate change is very big because you get temperatures like in Japan all of a sudden getting degrees over 40, a record, and they have never seen anything like it in Japan. So, and the Sahara Desert, 51 degrees. That is astonishing in my opinion, because I think it's atrocious on the human side of things, because I think that we shot ourselves in the foot here. We could have easily had a trouble-free future, but of course we're the humans on planet Earth, and it's no wonder why, if there's any at all, why aliens and extraterrestrials don't bother with our side of the world, because it's true that they are generally scared of what we can do. They probably think that we, as a race, humans, are unpredictable, and that's true in a way. So yes, so things are getting warmer around the world. Disaster. I mean, people are saying it's a natural disaster. I mean, it's not really a disaster in itself. It's just a heat wave. I mean, you can look at bad weather disaster films like The Day After Tomorrow, but all in all, it's basically what the humans have done to the planet, more than basically the planet itself. Because if you say billions and billions and billions of years ahead, the Earth will get destroyed, and that's a fact. Because due to the sun aging over time, it is getting hotter and hotter, and that can bring parts into why Earth is generally getting warmer, because the effect on not just humans affecting the whole world, but it's the sun that is doing some sort of impact as well. If you think how scientists recently discovered water on Mars, they are absolutely behind the scenes. They must be tearing it up, trying to go to Mars, just so humans can live off Mars as well as Earth, because they know something's happening to Earth that they need to desperately get on Mars quick. And so I think, I personally, I think it's sad in a way, because something like the film The Day After Tomorrow, you wouldn't expect to happen, but in a weird way, it is kind of happening. Obviously, you don't get massive, massive storms and all that, but we got the heat wave, and we kind of had the snow. But I'm thinking, if the thunder and lightning is anything to go by, I think if we do get some flash flooding, then people would be doing a rain dance. And yes, but if we do get flash flooding, I mean, that could be a disaster in itself, because obviously people are not aware of floods after the heat wave. You never know, we could get a disaster after a disaster. I mean, this isn't really a disaster, it's just heat warming up in the planet. If you go to a disaster, you get tornadoes, you get like tsunamis, but we're pretty okay in the UK for stuff like tsunamis and all that. So it is tough to. I mean, no one likes the heat. Let's be fair. It is alright the heat though, if it's 20 to 25 degrees. But if it's 30 or like 30, anywhere between 30 and 40, then you're suffering a bit, because it's pretty obvious to see that it's on the news every day, and people are not happy. And you can say it's the UK typical weather, blaming the weather and all that, but you have to look at yourselves as a human race. And I think to myself, man, I need to stop doing this and stop doing that. But I mean, people are always talking about flying cars, electric cars, but until we see loads of cars within 5 years that are proper electric, cancel out diesel and cancel out petrol, which is going to change the world forever, in my opinion, because people are not fond of change, and that's why humans are unpredictable, because they they got weapons, basically, like the top presidents and top people who own countries and all that. They got weapons that could destroy the whole world, but they don't. So yeah, it's a big circle, I think. In August, I bet you the temperatures will rise into 40 degrees in August. I bet you. And then then our winter would just dip like -10 or -20. Something really cold like that, and we'd get like loads of snow. I mean, I'm all for the snow. I love the snow. Um, I love the heat as well. But when you get heat at night, I mean, most people can't sleep at night because of the heat. I mean, a good temperature for sleeping, I reckon, is 10 degrees to 14 degrees, and that is about right. So yeah, so I think the world is in trouble with I mean, we haven't even heard about global warming. No one's talked about global warming. It's all about climate change, and I think we should, as a human race, sort ourselves out. So that's me, Sam ReaN. Thank you for watching. Well, not watching, but thank you for listening on to this podcast. As always, comment your questions, bring your questions in the comment section so I can answer them frequently every episode, once a week. And yes, so thank you for watching. My name is Sam ReaN. I do hope to see you next time. Oh, one more thing. 8:30 tonight is the red blood moon, which will occur, 100 minutes. So it'll be the longest lunar eclipse in the century. So if you have cameras, if you have telescopes and all that, bring them out ready in force for tonight, because it is going to be amazing, in my opinion. It's going to be one of a kind. I mean, my history with space, I love space, I love everything to do with space. Hence the reason, of course, it just fascinates me. I love it. Like, going to different galaxies and all that. I love that. Like, exploring different planets and all that jazz. So, yeah, the thing is, everything has an age. The Earth has an age. The Sun has an age. And the Sun's life cycle is basically not near to the end, because we've got about 6 or 8 billion years before it collapses. It's just over halfway, like its life cycle. So if you think of it, it is just over halfway, and at the end of it, the sun will expand, of course, engulfing the likes of Mercury, because Mercury's doomed anyway, because it's the closest planet in the solar system. So Mercury will be gone, and then Venus, and then planet Earth will go too. And then it will go smaller, the sun, but after, once it's stopped expanding, it will push further planets outwards and into the habitable zone. If you do not know what that is, that obviously is where planets can support life. So, really interesting, but we still got a long way. There's still loads of stuff that could eventually kill us, like, I don't know, asteroids and aliens. But yeah, that's the eventual death of the sun. Now, the eventual death of the whole galaxies and the whole universe could be, at the moment, it's slowly expanding outwards, and there's two ways that the universe could end. It could continue to expand outwards, and then you get less stars in the sky on Earth, and then that's it, they just drift away, because the gravity is basically pushing them away. And yeah, or gravity pulls in all the galaxies and the star systems, and then all of that will become joined, and that is where we get the end of the universe, is where all the galaxies come into one and then all collide with each other and all basically go back into a potential another Big Bang. But yeah, that's how much in depth I like the universe and everything around it. So if you do go on and enjoy this episode, smash your likes button, comment your questions below, and I'll chat to you all next time. Thank you for watching. My name is Sam ReaN. I do hope you all have a fantastic day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.